All right, whenever you're, yeah, I'm good.
Would you like a countdown? Or?
Yeah, sure. So this run starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is, we get a couch call here.
Hello, I am Cyberduin531.
I'm StuntCoyote.
I'm Zavar_KX. Butcher my name, please.
I'm Brad.
I'm Brad.
And yeah, this game's pretty fun.
That's debatable.
Very debatable.
That is also very debatable.
I feel it's actually an easy run, actually, in my opinion. It might be debatable, but...
That is kind of debatable.
So right there, that is a trick known as the slash or saber dash cancel. Basically, there is the 3-hit combo of the saber, and the first hit of the combo usually does not inflict invincibility frames upon the enemy because that would make the combo useless. So basically, you just do the first slash over and over again by canceling the combo with a dash, and it's pretty epic.
We're going to be seeing a lot of that over the course of this run.
Yeah, almost every boss doesn't get iframes from the first slash, so it's very good.
There's one boss in particular where it actually takes iframe damage, so SDC can kill it in like 4 hits, which is pretty cool. It's the General.
Our boy, the General.
But that's all RNG based, depending on whether he wants to be cool or not.
Iris.
So yeah, this is Iris. This is the love interest of Zero here.
She is what we're fighting for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the category is 0, 100%, which means we collect 100% of the items throughout the levels, and then yeah, beat the game.
All the tanks, all the hearts.
100% in this game is basically any percent, but you can't do a cool trick, so it's a pretty good category.
There we go. Do you want to explain what that trick is, Sammy?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Okay. I'm not actually sure what it is. I just know it's there.
I just know how to do it. Like, I just do it. I just get up and I just want to do it.
Oh yeah, we can mash text because it's unimportant to us right now. You can actually mash with all the shoulder buttons, and it makes it a lot faster to get through.
Yeah, all the shoulder buttons and all the face buttons. So you're going to need a very high APM there to get optimal text mashing.
Just explaining all the different Mavericks you're going to have to fight.
So there's technically quote-unquote missions you do in each one that pertain to the story.
Of course, Magma Dragoon is the only one that really has like some extra story involved.
I would like to point out that we are playing on Mega Man X Collection. Don't mean to block your vision there, but it's a load screen.
No, you're good. You're good.
A lot of people speedrun this game on the PS1 version because of some unknown reason. Speedrunners in the Mega Man X community prefer to go slower rather than faster. So I'd like to give a shout out to StuntCoyote over here for not doing that. So we are playing on the faster version of the game. Thank you very much.
No problem.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't the GameCube version just slightly faster? And
That is not important right now.
I'm just saying,
The GameCube
if you
version's
really
like
want to
$60,
go
that's not important
all the
right now.
way,
That's completely
play the
irrelevant.
GameCube version. Be a cool kid. Hello, Al.
I'm GameCubing right now.
We're all GameCubes.
All right, so this is a pretty tricky trick right here. So we're gonna, and we got it.
Oh, nice.
That's a tricky trick. Nice, dude. And we actually have really good health, so this is nice.
Like nice dash tracers. Like.
You can do this portion without the mech, but it
I
only
see
saves like
these
1
tracers.
second and it's not really worth it.
Right, and you can. It's really easy to take damage if you don't have the mech there.
So you can take the mech and you can go the underway, but you have to fight Dragoon in the mech, and it's slower because it does way less damage, and you have to wait for it to explode to get out of it.
Yeah.
That is incorrect information. You can jump out of it at any moment.
I'm just saying.
Get this individual off the couch.
Silence,
This
fight me.
is false information. Fake news.
This is terrible RNG. Yep.
You basically want Dragoon to go to the side like this and just stand still and do that attack, and then you just do
There we
that.
go.
And he can pretty much do that at any moment. So optimally, he'd just do that like twice in a row, I think.
Yep.
I'm gonna provide you all your filthy casual information. That's what I'm doing here.
Perfect. There is a set of like each attack pattern he does is set, but it's just knowing which one he's gonna do by the opening move. You can usually tell. He's got like 4 different main patterns.
Yeah, maybe you can, but I don't know how to do that.
He's our Hadouken boy.
Okay, Cyber Peacock. This level is pretty much meant to speedrun. Based on your speed and ability to get through the sections of levels without taking damage, you get ranked. I believe it's C through S. And if you get the S rank, you get the special items, which we need in order for it to be 100%. So we're
It's
gonna.
actually like incredibly lenient. So like you
Yeah.
can get hit like 10 times and you'll still get max rank. So like for an any percent run, it's not like faster to like skip, like to like just wait there and like wait for A or something. It's still like
Yeah.
so much time.
So if you were to be playing X, there'd be an armor capsule there, but it would be actually being the 3rd one. Get out of my way! Oh my god, that's unfortunate that that was there. Whatever. So here's our heart tank we're picking up here because we got rank S.
I also want to note that the main form of movement in this game is dash jumping. When you dash on the ground, basically there's frames of acceleration and deceleration, so you're not at max speed all the time. But when you dash jump, you're at max speed all the time, so that is why you dash jump. Right there, he's taking damage to go through the balls. Because when you get hit in those yellow balls, you just get stuck there for like 2 or 3 seconds, and it's really slow.
So that was our 3rd S rank, and now we get our sub tank there. And we're on to section 2 of the level. And yeah, unlike X1, 2, and 3, if you hold dash in this game, you can actually, like I'm doing here, I'm just dash jumping instead of having to press it every time you go to dash jump. So it's really nice running the X4, 5, and 6.
That's because these games are built on a better engine,
Very true.
and they're also just better games.
Yeah.
Alright. So Cyber Peacock's fight is just full of RNG. What we want, ideally, is for him to go up on the side and start shooting cyber arrows. And he won't, because he teleports everywhere, and it just wastes a lot of time.
Yeah, basically he'll just like either teleport, and that costs like a few seconds, or he'll just stay on the side and he won't teleport while he does an attack, and then you can just dodge his attack while doing damage constantly. But when he teleports, you can only do like 1 hit.
He's just gonna teleport today.
Yeah, it's pretty usual.
I'd also like to mention that you want to do Cyber Peacock before you get the Spin Slash, because the Spin Slash actually does less damage than the normal, unupgraded Jump Slash.
There we go. That was alright. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
You do less damage with the spin attack on the boss than you do just regular. Ching.
Let me make a quick announcement that if you want to see Cyber do Mega Man 6 X6 Extreme, there's still $51.86 left.
Yeah, the category would be All Stages Extreme, which is the highest difficulty, and the one that most people cry about. So
it's a really good run.
Yeah, it's epic.
It's
It's a
very
really good
intensive.
one.
That's why it's such a high donation amount, but it's so worth it.
You should have made an incentive for 100% X6 Extreme. Like, yeah, all rescues.
I tried that before.
It didn't end well, did it?
I got mad.
I can, yeah. This part sucks.
Climbing the stairs is really annoying because of all the enemies you have to jump over, and so
Yeah, the hitboxes on those shield guys are very particular, so getting like a perfect arc over it is not the easiest thing in the world.
yeah. If you miss like the first jump, it's just easy to go ahead and try to kill him and move him out of the way.
Or just take damage and get through.
One thing about taking damage is some enemies will knock you back, which is like a second loss. Some enemies you'll just kind of like stun on. Like that was a knockback. But other enemies you can just like get stunned on for like a very short amount of time. So sometimes damage boosting is worth it, but sometimes it's not. You just have to know which enemies do what.
Also, ladders are irrelevant in this game.
Yeah, in the SNES games, there's like a thing called a gap jump, which is kind of like a particular trick. But in the PlayStation games, you can just kind of like just jump up. There's nothing stopping you. Because they're better games.
You're going to see that in a spaceport level later. We don't use a single ladder.
Kind of unfortunate you can't skip this boss with 0, like you can X.
Right, yeah, X has a mini boss skip.
Yeah, basically X has the Nova Strike, and you can basically Nova Strike over the loading zone for this guy, and you just like run to the end.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
If I'm not mistaken, you can also just use Rising Fire with X to skip it.
Yeah.
I think you have to use both. I don't know. I don't run X.
If you have Ultimate Armor, you can use Nova right away. If you don't, you can just use Rising Fire to clip into it and go past it.
That is possible, so I will accept that as a possibility.
Thank you for your blessing.
Yeah, this stair climb is a lot less annoying because there's not those shield guys anymore. Yeah.
So you know these little spike wheel things don't knock you back. It's just a small stun, so damage boosting through them is not like horrendously slow.
Right.
That's a really annoying heart to get if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, because you can pretty much lose it.
Yeah, you can miss it.
That's a better display of like what Cyber and I were talking about STC. It's kind of what it looks like. So you got the 3-hit combo like that, and if you like dash, it like stops it.
Yeah, the technique is basically just mashing dash and slash, not necessarily haphazardly, but in a kind of rhythmic way, so that you just do them one after another.
Yep. That's the idea. Yep.
X4 and X5 use that a lot. X6 not so much.
This is a really cool alternative to doing frame damage in X6. That's pretty awesome.
We'll be getting there momentarily.
Oh yeah.
Oh jeez. I keep forgetting that if you're up against a wall and you're holding dash, it'll just bounce against the wall and fall down instead of like actually right up the wall. This boss is annoying as well.
Because he jumps into the top and he jumps off the walls too and makes a double of himself, so it's kind of it's all over the place really.
Much like Cyber Peacock, he kind of just like you have to wait for his iframes to drop, and it's all about just timing when your next hit starts. Not to mention he like jumps around a bunch.
But it is luckily easy to keep up with, which is the real one. This is not. So.
Right. I'm taking like intentional hits just to kind of get near him. There we go. That was actually pretty good.
If you wait until that attack is done, like say you miss a few slashes, he kind of drops on the ground and you can SDC finish him pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally, you just kill him before that if it happens.
Oh, another kind of annoying thing about this game is if you're not paying attention and you're not mashing when that the end of a level starts, they'll actually say the full name of the attack you get, and you have to wait an extra like 4 seconds for it to go. Oh, yeah.
Because there's another one, I think, behind me, or someone else has it. It's Tommy.
The beginning of this level is actually really precise on like how you go about using the mech armor you get here. If you hold a charge with the mech armor, it stops moving. So what you want to do is constantly like be in air or dashing when you charge.
Yeah, the mech is like extremely awkward. They basically took like the X123 style mech and made it like even worse, which is possible somehow.
It's actually going decently well. That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
There we go.
That was a good eject from the mech.
So now we have the double jump and a slash here.
The double jump changes up the gameplay quite a bit.
Oh, definitely.
Right there, you can kind of do a trick to jump over those spikes and barely make it, but I suppose that is something that our good friend here is not too practiced on, and/or made a mistake.
Safetying it. We'll play it safe.
Marathon strats.
Marathon strats, yeah.
So we're gonna do more gap jumps here.
Yeah. The little mini boss is annoying. He kind of closes his eye after you take a few regular hits, but if you do the fire sword or the circle slash, you can kind of hit him more than he normally allows.
Yeah, it does frame damage, which is nice. This this boss here is kind of annoying because he'll fly everywhere and grab you, but if you catch him down in a corner, you can do your special attack. By Cyber, you want to pronounce how that's you want to see how that's pronounced? The get ready move.
What?
How Kawimbu?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese.
I know, right?
Basically, that attack does more damage based on how many of those little orbs hit him. So if you're like kind of right on top of them, they'll all just hit him immediately
There we go. That's
and do a bunch of
Nice.
damage.
Yeah. Ideally, you want him down in one of the left or right corners, and you want to be in his hitbox. When you use it, it does a ton of frame damage.
Which finger is he holding up when he does that?
His middle.
Is up to you to interpret. Totally up to interpret.
It's a little bit peculiar.
So we're supposed to fight Colonel here, but no, we're just not gonna.
Yeah, if you play the game as X actually has a boss fight there, but Zero just says, yeah, I don't feel like doing that right now.
You're not important. Goodbye.
This is the worst level in the game, hands down.
Basically, this is the bike level, where you're just on the bike, and the way that you want to do that level is just dash as much as possible, but the screen moves really fast. So if you're not like really well practiced, sometimes you'll dash and fall into a hole, because like when you're dashing, the control is a little bit less control-y.
Yeah.
And the vehicle's health is tied to your health, so if you take too many hits and then you die, the vehicle doesn't explode and you keep going, you have to start over. So
Right. And there's an E-tank in this level that is extremely annoying to pick up.
yes.
Because you can either scroll the screen not enough and clip a ledge before the boss and die, or you can clip the ledge before the E-tank and die.
I have never died getting the tank, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Bless
Yeah.
you, Cyber Demon. Teach us your ways.
Okay, give me the controller. Let's go.
Yeah?
go.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, do it, dude.
All right, let's go.
All right, now Cyber Demon is now taking over this level. That's L.
Tag out, let's go. So if you don't clip Stingray before he gets too far on the screen, he does this thing where he drops his little egg minions, and they fly around the screen. It's really annoying, and it can possibly trip you up, but it's like that. Usually it's easier to dash with the tails of the bike and hit him and he'll go away. Nice! You do not lie.
There we go. He didn't die.
Cyber delivered. Bless you.
There we are. I'll trade back. Let's give a shout out to Cyber Demon and a nice applaud there. That's pretty good.
You're contributing to the quality of the marathon, and I applaud you. Yeah, I
There
mean,
you
look
go.
at that.
Reminder to donate for X6 Extreme difficulty. Thank you very much. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
So we want to get him down to about a little more than half health. So he'll come down into the water and we can just SDC.
I believe it may be faster to wait for to do this before Web Spider. I'm pretty sure because of the jump attack. So I'm not entirely certain if that's ideal for 100%, but for any percent, that's what I do. So StuntCoyote, are you admitting that your route is bad?
Maybe.
All right, there you go.
Oh, no. We need the air dash in order to do a skip to save a bunch of seconds in this.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, we use it to get over to the platform where the trunk is to get the hard tank.
All of Zero's weapons are
Because
some
you don't need to
fancy
get the hard
Japanese
tank
name.
at 90%.
X's are just like, lightning web or rising fire or etc. etc.
Yep.
Zero
I would
gets the
also
cool
like
ones.
to remind everyone that X6 Extreme is in fact for sale. If we have $50 more. This is actually a really nice looking stage. The water effect in this game is quite good.
One of the greatest generation games.
I got the jump skip there.
That is
Nice.
a very good reminder. The worst boss in X1 is also in this game. Go figure.
They ran out of ideas.
Yeah,
So-
there is a trick you can do to Web Spider. There's 2 phases. And when he basically he goes into the ceiling to transition phases, and you can kind of glitch into him and kill him while he's in that transition phase. I don't know how to do it, but that is a thing.
Yeah, I don't even
Something
know
like
that either.
that. It's kind of fancy.
I remember checking that trick out, but I never learned it.
Also, one thing to note, in X4, when you take damage, you regain the ability to dash in air or double jump in air. So sometimes you'll see you dash jump or you double jump up
That's
and
why
then
we
take
got it.
damage and then double jump up again. That's a strategy that sometimes some people use.
The heart's very well hidden there. And that's just a shortcut.
Yep.
Because there's more of those webs and more of the bees to go around, so it's just easier to fire through and wait for that to burn, then go all the way around.
I love to burn.
I'm burning right now.
Well, oops. I'm screwed then. I've been expecting you. Second phase. Now here, you need to jump over the webs, or they grab you and it shocks you and stuns you. And if it's too late when he'll drop down and he'll hit you. And it loses a lot of time because then you're stunned and knocked back.
I'm just trying to get closer to him, so I don't care about taking extra damage here.
Yeah, it's even worse to get caught in the webs when he has his big diamond head.
So that was not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I would definitely certify that as not bad.
Not bad.
Although not good either.
Not good.
Don't
just
get your
not
hopes
bad.
up.
Could have been worse. You did your best.
Nothing is really good.
Yeah. You did the thing.
I'd say we got through the level. That's enough.
One thing to note is that every time you get an attack, there's supposed to be an announcer that just says some really obnoxious
stuff.
Japanese thing. But if you mash hard enough, you'll just skip that. So that's why you just mash really hard and you save 4 seconds or so.
That's also Blizzard Buffalo behind us from X3.
I love Easter eggs. Easter is very close. Everyone get excited. I'm preparing to east. I'm easting right now. I hope.
Fun fact, Cyber is a
We're gonna
compass.
find out.
So right here, and the one difference between 80% 100% route-wise is that in 80% you can kind of do the stage right after you get the fire attack. But in 100% you kind of want the double jump to do this. That is possible to do without the double jump, but no one does it because it's really hard.
It's kind of like
Yeah, it's basically Iceless in X1, but without the auto turn or without a visual cue. Also I'd like to note that the item you get, the EX tank, is absolutely worthless.
Yeah.
So I don't see why anyone would ever run 100% over any percent, but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. It's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. It's a long story.
Oh, that was an extremely good mini boss.
That was
Yeah,
really
that
good,
mini boss
actually.
has a bunch of. There's Chill Penguin, by the way.
Yep.
That mini boss has a bunch of different things it can do. Basically, you just kind of want to get inside of its hitbox with the fire attack. I don't remember what that's called. Some Japanese thing.
It's Rising Fire.
Well, for
that's
for
the X version.
Yeah,
for-
no, I'm just kidding.
I still call them by the X things because I don't know their.
Yeah.
If there are any Japanese viewers, please hit me up. I love Japan.
Yeah, help us learn because they're kind of confusing.
That was such a...
We just-
that sounds right. I'm
We
gonna
just
go with
got
it.
Rising Becky. No, we just got that. So I was gonna say because you get Rising Becky from.
Again, I have no idea, so I'm gonna go with it.
Those birds right there will kind of like freeze the section level you're on, so you want to kill them as soon as possible or just go really fast and outrun them, whichever one you feel more comfortable doing. A good speedrunner would outrun them, but
Yeah,
There we go.
Nice. That was clutch.
unfortunately we don't have access to one of those at one of this time here.
That's true.
Maybe next time. I love the fog animation. It's
Pretty good.
just super subtle. It almost feels like a rave club. Like it's just got a fog machine going. Lights in the background, all the technology. It's very fun.
Yeah, the strategy here is to do the attack and then like sometimes take damage to cut it off because it'll create a lot of hit lag effect. Or when you get to this part, you do it on the opposite side, so that like you do the attack, but then the rest of the attack doesn't hit his body and create the hit lag effect. I like to say that the hit lag effect is like a built-in game feature. We are playing on the Mega Man X collection, of course. So it's not because of like low processing power, but in the PlayStation 1 games, there's like just a built-in feature where when you use the saber or certain attacks, it just kind of like slows the game down and makes a little like
Good name.
the effect pop up on the enemy.
I'm kind of
And,
saying them as we
it's pretty
say
epic.
them, but it's kind of hard. Like I don't want to butcher it, but I'm butchering it.
So this level is just extremely annoying. If you hit an enemy, you create lag. If you take damage from an enemy, you create lag. This is just a lag bomb.
Yeah.
So the idea is just to get through without like trying to kill as least as you can, trying to get hit as least as you can.
I like to say that this is probably the worst stage in the game.
Yep.
They basically threw out any semblance of level design and just have like a straight line with 9 billion enemies all over the place.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Trains. They get us to and from places. Trains are nice. But this is a military train with some cargo. We gotta blow up the train for this.
Those little turrets there are pretty particular to jump over. If we had a good speedrunner, they would probably
Sure.
be able to pull that off. But unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
here we
we're
are.
stuck with me here
Yeah.
too.
Please note that I'm significantly worse at this game, so there we go.
You're better than I am, though.
I think everyone is.
I've never touched the game, so.
Oh.
You opened yourself up for that one, though.
Oh. That was mean, man. So again, yep, just trying to dodge enemies the best you can. If they're in their way, you have to hit them, but these guys are just annoying. Yeah, like what Cyber said, like they just got rid of any idea of level design, just put a bunch of enemies and
Like
just straight lines.
And a
Really annoying.
not even that cool moving background.
I want to say one thing about X4 100% that makes me hate the category is 99% of the items are literally just on the direct path, and there's no, like, you don't like go to a secret area. Most of the time it's just literally right there. So like that heart tank is just right there for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Because this game sucks.
They since it's such a straight line, they didn't have anywhere else to put it.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you could think, oh, like, there's a mech on this stage, and there's boxes that can only be destroyed by a mech. Maybe we'll throw the heart in the mech, but nah. Why not? Just throw it in there.
Maybe
I hate
they
this
felt
game.
bad for their crappy
hate it.
level design. They're like, here's a freebie.
Right.
Have this heart.
That was pretty good.
If they had a heart, then this game wouldn't be released. So there's a box there. You might be wondering what that box is for. It's going to be used for some epic stuff right here. Check this out.
Can't imagine.
Look at that. Look at that. Are you seeing? That's pretty good. Oh, boom. Look, that guy's tough.
Oh, dude.
So the X Collection version, I think it's the PS2 X Collection, actually has a glitch that makes Slash Beast growl or roar constantly. So you can SDC him a lot more often.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why the community doesn't like to use this version, because not only are the load times faster, but there's a glitch that makes the game faster. So shoutouts to the Mega Man X4 community. You guys are really intelligent.
I really prefer playing this version simply to get Slash Beast to stand there.
Alright, so now we're going to the endgame stages, which actually aren't that bad.
It's like I'm leaving. Farewell.
This actually has a pretty cool rising section in it.
I actually don't like the background on this one. Like a giant floating ship.
These ones are just fun to run.
Let me know when I have time to read a donation or two.
Okay, go for it.
All right, we have a $5 donation from Cyril Cool Guy. Donated $5. Sped home from work on my bike and caught some X4 stunts X4 run. Sorry, ripped my lungs. Money towards the X6 Extreme Run. Tim Watley donated $25. Put this towards Cyber's X6 incentive. Shout out to the Stunts T-shirt and Trombone.
Nice. I think that might be Sir Loco guy.
I like to say it's pronounced Tron-Bon. Thank you.
I can't read. I didn't sleep.
If you have a special name that wants to be read correctly in donation, please give us a syllable breakdown. Thank you. The most angsty character in this game. Hello.
You can do a kind of a trick where you do multiple hits at once. I don't really know how it works, but I know that that's a thing.
You just do it. There's magic.
I don't think it's happening right now, but that is a thing that can be done by certain good speedrunners.
Very true.
But again, unfortunately, we're just stuck with what we have. So
Very true. No, what you can do is you can do the ice drop, and then you can do your double jump, then do the ice again for 2 hits.
You just got to be quick about it.
Yep.
My favorite part is when people are mashing and they hit save, and they got to go through the extra screen because of the X collection.
Oh, yeah.
well, in the PS1, there's another screen there. It's just different.
But there's more options.
That is very possible, but I don't play the PS1 version of this game. I actually sold the PS1 version because I just don't want it anywhere near me.
I'm a filthy casual and I love playing casually, so I have PS1 copy.
I'll have to get it eventually, but
It's actually not
Not
bad. I like the
my
art
copy?
of the box.
do you have
Box
it?
art cool.
Not with me now, but I can
Oh,
send
that's
it to you.
unfortunate. So we have Iris. Good boss fight. There's some strategy to it. I don't know how to explain it because I don't like this game, but hopefully this works.
You were fighting for her and she chose somebody else. Sorry.
You got memed on.
So basically, we're going to use the double jump mechanic and the slash to hit more than one time. Ideally, you want to hit 2 or 3 times.
She's not too difficult of a boss. She does a couple of things that are really annoying, but if you're fast enough, you can kind of just keep bonking her to the wall.
Yeah, but you want to be really high on that, so it's not
Yeah.
either. I'm just going to take damage with that.
Yeah, you have a little.
There we go. It's just unfortunate when she gets like really high up on the screen.
Yeah.
That's we're gonna fight the last segment as
Welcome
well.
to the X Games. Like, oh, Melee. Filthy.
I'm
Disgusting.
sorry, we're not playing that cutscene.
Yeah, this
It's a good
is
cutscene.
we're trying to speedrun here, trying our best. By we, I mean actually we, because I did play part of the game. So.
That's very true. This is our speedrun now.
Yep.
Now I have to add your name to.
So I'd like to say that going on the bottom route is actually faster than going on the top route. However, again, we don't really have access to someone of that caliber.
It's very true.
So we're going on the top route on this day. The bottom route involves using a mech, and the mech is dumb. So personally, I don't do the bottom route either. But I think it's only like a few seconds, maybe 2 or 3. I could be incorrect though.
Give or
yeah, it's like
take.
2 or 3 seconds.
So here's General. This is a good
boy.
boss fight. Basically, the ideal scenario is he kind of goes up in the air and shoots his fists out. You jump on the fists, and then you can kill him with kind of a glitchy saber thing. Or, alternatively, he can just go back and forth and, be very, like this.
You give me really... Yeah, it's all RNG depending on whether he goes up in the air or not. You want him to go up and shoot his fist.
Fortunately, you can still do damage with those slashes there.
Yeah, this is really
Yeah,
bad.
sometimes he does this a lot. He'll do it several times in a row, if not, 6 or 7.
I've
Yeah.
had a fight where he just never went up. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I've
go.
fortunately never had that. I think the most I've ever had, he did it like 9 times or something like that.
There we go.
So right there,
Nice.
basically, what that does is the first slash just does not inflict any sort of like iframe thing mechanic at all. So like every like frame that your attack is kind of in the hitbox, it just does damage. So you also cancel it out to like restart it to get like the optimal saber performance there, and you can kind of kill him in 1 cycle.
So good.
That's a cool quick kill.
Or you can just go back and forth for 10 units, whichever one you decide.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to do. Really?
It seems the longer you wait, the longer his transitions to his fist take.
Yeah. So I always do Dragoon first, just because he has the most random attacks, and if you take damage, it's just easier to get this out of the way first.
I like to say that when you do the Dragoon boss fight, for whatever reason, you have to initiate the fight. Like, it doesn't just start immediately like every other boss in the game.
You gotta dash forward. which is
It
weird.
really triggers me, and I don't like this game. So
You have to trigger the fight so it triggers you.
I do not appreciate that sentiment.
It'll be okay though.
Oh, geez. That needs to come.
Sure, you can have it.
That was so he didn't take too much damage, which is nice. Ah, yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, there is going to be a
Yep.
Mega Man X2 run by this guy right here.
yep.
And hopefully I'll be couching that as well. I have a lot to say about Mega Man X2.
I have a lot.
I won't be able to handle it. I won't be.
Is there any chance I can convince you to play on the X Collection? Is that possible?
Definitely not.
Okay, well then I have a lot to say about Mega Man X2, so just wait.
There's a certain trick called neons, which I'm sure he'll be glad to talk about.
Well, then you can just focus on the run and let Cyber take over for everything.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, there you go. It's a win-win situation.
Okay, not gonna stick around for a long time.
Again, there is a way to quick kill this boss. I don't know how it works, and it is pretty epic when it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just gotta be really quick about it.
Yeah, it's really random. Whatever.
Nice.
The idea in this whole boss rush is you just don't want to take like any damage. I mean, you're gonna have to on some bosses to beat them quicker. But the idea is you don't want to have to like keep going up and grabbing that health and coming back down and going back.
Yeah, that's
up.
what I do.
For sure.
I love being at full health.
At all times. I'm at full health right now. No, I'm just kidding. So
I'm
yeah,
already at full health.
same idea with before. We're just gonna try and do what we can based on RNG.
Except now we have the weaker jump attack, so keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all the glory all over again.
Oh, definitely. If he even goes up there, which that's another thing. If he doesn't, honestly, it wouldn't bother me. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this because whatever. He's gonna be dead in a second anyway.
Nice. I love his pose when he goes to like die. It's just so eccentric.
I love Cyber Peacock.
Is it because you share a namesake or?
I just love Cyber Peacock.
Okay. Glad to confirm that.
I'd like to say that Cyber Peacock probably has the only good stage in this entire game.
I should pretty much agree with you. I think.
Like the speedrun-esque.
It's just a good stage. And I like the music.
I hate Stingray because I hate his dive. I hate when he goes through the dive. It's really obnoxious. Because it's the best when he stands there to shoot his little egg droplings.
Yeah, that was.
Because then you can just.
Can you define for me, Varen, what an egg dropling is? I'm very interested.
I'm assuming that Stingray is a woman because he just like has these baby things or whatever. I don't know.
Egg droplings?
That's what I call them.
Okay.
That's a she, dude. That's a she. That's a woman. I know.
That was very
Like-
bad.
I know a woman when I see one.
So this is like the same idea of the fight where we did earlier, but instead of the second round doing slashes, we're going to use one of our special weapons.
Yeah, we now have the special weapon. By we, I mean StuntCoyote. I'm not playing the game right now. So that you can juggle him more effectively.
Yeah, as you can see, this jump slash does like dramatically less damage. So yeah, you actually get 2 hits on him. There we go. And yeah, it has that effect where it creates lag. So I want to do it. Yeah, that's terrible, but it's all right.
This isn't a speedrun anyway, so...
No, it's a let's play basically. There we go. We're speed funning.
Speed fun. That's actually hilarious.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's see if we can get that glitch. That'd be pretty cool. Nope.
As far as I know, the Slash Beast Roar glitch is just like kind of random.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it just doesn't happen at all.
Definitely not happening now. That's for sure.
I think I've only ever done it twice.
Jeez.
It's pretty like side to side random.
Well, like
It's
the ideal scenario is he just does that like over throughout the entire fight, but usually he'll just like do 2 cycles in a row.
yeah.
I find that very common.
Usually what I see is he'll do it like if he's gonna do it, he'll do it right away, like from the beginning. So again, same idea with him too. It's kind of weird about the boss rush. There's not really much change from what you did earlier, especially with Zero. You don't have like extra special weapons like in his runs where you can like quick kill enemies. That's kind of the idea I was talking about earlier.
Some
Yeah,
of them
he'll
are better.
come out of the top or the bottom. You just kind of hope it's the bottom, so you can do the big damage.
Some of the
There we
bosses
go.
you'll have their weakness for, and some of them are slower because you have different, like for the jump for this one.
Generally, in the PlayStation X games when playing is really X or Zero. The weakness in a speedrun usually does the same amount of damage as something else, but like it like inflicts like this weakness state on them that takes a lot of time to turn off. So really, like whenever you're playing a PlayStation X game, using a weakness is not something you're going to be doing often, if at all.
But it matters if you're casual.
Somewhat, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
So StuntCoyote is going to be using the weakness here because he's a casual.
Oh well. It just happens to be. You have to keep in mind, people play games outside of speedruns, so
Imagine not speedrunning.
yeah, I can't imagine. Start a new game, gotta speedrun it. Don't know where you're going, still speedrun.
So that was the boss rush. I don't have to worry about filling up on my health because after a cutscene coming up here soon, it'll just be full health. So we're not going to waste time.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about it at all.
Yeah, now magically Zero is already at full health here, even though nothing changed.
We're going to pick up
And then
another.
there's even more health because
Yeah.
why not? Throw that into your sub tank.
Perfect. And now, what's nice about this ending fight, or at least the first phase of it, is there's 0 RNG involved. If you know
Yeah,
what
basically you
you're
just want to do the fire attack here, whichever Japanese word it is corresponding to, and you damage boost there, and yeah, it's pretty epic.
doing. Are you ready for round 2?
It's unfortunate that this boss is just bad. So like, even though there's no RNG to it, it's just bad.
Oh, Jesus.
Speaking of being bad,
You don't have to worry about taking too much damage because when we get to third phase, there will be a small health pickup.
there's
it's
also
kinda
sub
unavoidable.
tanks which are probably full.
Yep. Yeah, so this fight, like I said, even there's no RNG involved. You just have to. You can either be on a wall when he throws his scythe at you, and it'll go into the wall, which is what
Use
we
the
want.
second one, like the first one doesn't matter. And then you want to damage boost off of his body, because the lasers actually do quite a bit of damage. So you just want to get the iframes from the body and then just keep going in. You can also
Nice.
use the Giga attack if you would like to go through the scythe and whatever.
Oh yeah, Giga Attack, by the way, does it's you have invincibility frames in that. I don't know if we mentioned that earlier or not.
So Final Sigma's got 2 parts. There are 2 health bars. He's got that one, and then the one on the left. When you have the one at the top right, basically the idea is to just do jump slashes. And when you have the one on the left, the idea is to do what's called SSDC, ideally, which is where you do slash then dash cancel. Because the first 2 slashes do not inflict iframes, so that's slightly faster, but a little bit more difficult to pull off.
Especially when he's doing his gust attack, you have to keep up to dash to get back to him before he fades away.
So that phase right there on the right has 2 attacks. One, you can like basically kill it in one phase. The other one, it just says the end, and then screen, like, you know, it does that whole screen thing. And ideally, you just want to get no the ends, because then you can kill it really fast. But unfortunately, this game sucks.
Sometimes he's like a huge jerk and he'll give you a lot of DNs in a row.
Yeah.
There's like almost nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, with the end, you don't ever want that. And he gave it to me again.
This is a very good video game,
Quality.
but it wouldn't be a Mega Man game without obscene and obnoxious RNG, so whatever.
Let's get that last hit. There we go.
Nice.
Alright, so now we just have to kill the last form of Sigma. And time stops not when the boss dies, but when he jumps through this door.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still.
when the final cutscene initiates.
Alright, so yeah, time's coming up here in just a second. Okay, and time. That's pretty good,
Nice.
actually.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's a not bad time.
General's all like, I see the error of my ways. Now I'm going to sacrifice myself.
No,
Praise
and,
me,
Yeah, the
like-
ending doesn't matter either. But yeah, that was Mega Man X4 100%.
I'd like to say that that says Mega Man with no space, but the actual official title of the game is Mega Space Man. So I'm very upset that the actual creators of this game don't know what the game is called.